see. So I go to read, but as I'm reading, I'm loud. Show me the money. So I thought he lost his place.
Nobody had ever brought it over to sport or boxing. So to live that gimmick, there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of embellishment that has to take place.
Or I'm doing exhibition. It's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions. And
Floyd Mayweather was just humiliated by Jamie Foxx, who slammed him after his financial collapse was revealed by leaked bank documents. True influence isn't about money, Foxx cautioned admirers, warning them not to be duped by ostentatious affluence. Foxx claims that the truth behind Mayweather's money facade is finally coming to light as his legal issues continue to mount.
We're about to go to war. Because that's what I think litigation is. Litigation is war. It's a battle to the death. And I'm not talking about no bullshit either. I'm talking about some Jean-Claude Van Damme ass-kicking shit. Now, I know y'all looking at me crazy, but that's how I like to get. And if we don't get crazy with these motherfuckers, I'm telling you, this Lauren group, they're powerful. Got a lot of money, got a lot of influence. They have everything that we don't. But we're not gonna let them intimidate us.
Floyd Mayweather frequently accuses his own people of betraying him, claiming that they're the first to call him broke whenever he makes a new financial decision. He maintains that his exhibition bouts are calculated and not an indication of dire financial circumstances. Critics, however, distort the facts to imply that he is having difficulties. Mayweather contends that the hostility is directed at him while he is winning, not when he is losing. He believes that the backlash is fueled by jealousy.
Soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibition, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people say, oh, he's broke. Listen, I'm not here to talk about no one else's pockets because I got to where I got to focusing on Floyd Mayweather. That's how I got to becoming 50-0. Because my thing was always, I didn't care what nobody else was doing. I had to focus on me and my...
A lot of people think it's strange that someone who says he's so financially secure feels a need to defend his behavior all the time. Chael Sonnen, a UFC veteran, has been one of Floyd Mayweather's harshest critics. He has frequently criticized Floyd for exaggerating his earnings, pointing to instances in which Mayweather claimed to have earned $20 million from a fight, but actually took home closer to $8 million.
So I feel, because I know the real number, that I can't let it go. I must come to you guys. I have a journalistic obligation to come and inform you guys it's actually 8 million and he's exaggerating. Okay, fine. I mean, right, like, all right. I don't really know what we're arguing about here. I'll just share with you. Floyd came out with the money team. Now, the money team is not real, so you understand. The money team has no ability to put on a fight, but Floyd claims the money team. He gets announcers, including Buffer, to announce in conjunction with the money team. The money team's not real. That's not somebody you can sign with. That's not somebody you can count on. That is not a phone number that you can call, talk to the secretary to try to get lunch set up with the boss. There is no office. And most importantly, there's no bank account. It's not real. So I'm going to come out. I must set the record straight. Floyd is not actually a promoter, even though he has a promoter's license. Floyd has no distribution. I just must do that. Why do I have to do that? It's some level of jealousy, right? What do I care if he's working this I'm a promoter gimmick? Then he comes out above everything, right? And he's calling his own fight. Floyd's going to fight Conor next year. They're going to rematch. Why would I'm in talks? You're in talks with who? If you, in fact, are a promoter, the money team, go make the fight. But he can't make the fight because he's not a real promoter. Why do I feel the need to point that out? What is that inside of me? So Floyd is then going, I'm going back in time, Floyd is then going to go do wrestling.
According to Sonnen, Floyd is more interested in perception than reality. Sonnen highlights that Mayweather's storyline frequently breaks down when questioned, even though supporters are mesmerized by impressive stats. The discrepancy between his publicly stated income and actual bank earnings raises concern for someone who allegedly earned over $1 billion.
The motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion.
Even though Mayweather claims to have earned enormous sums of money, he has consistently into afoul of the law, particularly due to outstanding debts. According to reports, he owes money to a number of individuals and organizations, including for luxuries he never purchased. The contradiction is obvious. Why do creditors continue to come forward if Mayweather is as rich as he claims to be? Floyd's financial actions are inconsistent with his public persona, ranging from diamond-encrusted jewelry transactions to real estate troubles in Dubai. Rather, it reveals a guy balancing his growing liabilities behind the scenes with his seeming prosperity.
Imagine working for someone whose whole persona is money, 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 and you don't get paid. Well, that's exactly what it is for employees of Floyd Mayweather. Employees of his Los Angeles gym accused Floyd Mayweather of bankruptcy after failing to pay them. I mean, he's still buying stuff. Portfolio valued at $10 billion, including 18 office buildings spanning. I mean, he can do all this, but he can't pay his employees' salaries. $10 billion portfolio, 18 office buildings spanning 10 million square feet. Like what? Another deal he finalized with a 20 million property in Manhattan. Financial troubles. Despite these high-profile purchases, allegations of unpaid wages at Mayweather's Los Angeles gym have sparked significant backlash. Employees claim that they haven't received paychecks, prompting a public protest outside the facility on Highland Avenue. One protester held a sign accusing Mayweather of modern-day slavery, while another noted that the money team has no money. Even if you work for a different company and if you ain't getting paid, you're scared to show up and say something because you know how businesses do. They silence you and they fire you. The employees alleged violations of California Labor Code 210, which mandates penalties for late wages. First-time violations can include fines between $100 to $200 and unpaid wages beyond the 30 days entitled work to a full day pay for every day delayed. That is crazy. Money team ain't got no money. Apparently it's not the first time too. They had one in Elk Grove and it closed down because the landlord sued for a non-payment of $30,000 in rent. Now the LA gym facing closure. Employees are questioning whether Mayweather himself is aware of the financial.
Mayweather was connected to a transaction involving rapper Tyga and a Miami jeweler. In one particularly devastating revelation, they allegedly bought expensive jewelry, including watches valued at millions of dollars, by working with a broker. However, the jeweler claims that Mayweather never made the payments. This tale contributed to the mounting doubts about Floyd's actual financial situation. When a man has $1.2 billion, he doesn't avoid paying his watch.
This is how Floyd Mayweather and Tyga might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid using a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tyga because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry cheaper.
Yeah. That's the shot. But you know what it is? I think obviously with Floyd, he gets the biggest percentage of the purse, isn't it?
Yeah, but he can still get the biggest percentage of the purse.
Yeah, but Ricky Hatton's gonna want more. He'll want more. He'll want more.
He'll want more.
Yeah.
But I'm sure when they fought in their heyday, Floyd got more.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know what I'm saying?
No, but Floyd wants like 95% more. 90% more. You know what I'm saying? It's not like...
He's like 95-5. Yeah, that's how he likes to do it, isn't it? Because I'm not going to lie, if Floyd fought Ricky, both of them now, catch weight, 154, O2 Arena, it will sell out.
It will sell out. It will sell out.
Roy Jones Jr., a legendary boxer, delivered a harsh assessment of Mayweather's legacy. Jones acknowledged Floyd's financial success, but claimed that the money persona had a negative impact on boxing's culture. He claimed that rather than promoting the sport, Mayweather concentrated on earning enormous sums of money for himself. He contends that instead of being historic battles, Floyd's bouts turned into money grabs, inspiring younger competitors to put money before excellence. Jones believes that even though Mayweather made a lot of money, he left boxing with less spiritual wealth.
He did a great job, but he did it for himself, and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept, because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, finding the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money and the people he was fighting. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport. Because now everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get hit, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. Yeah. They should have met. You understand me? Because now, we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it. You understand me? But because we waited too long, the problem what people don't understand is, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Guess what? We
help the Israel Red Cross together. No matter how small your donation or support is, it can help save more lives. That concludes the video for today. Keep an eye out. Till the next occasion.